Okay. Hare Krishna. Start with Mangalacharan. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavansha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahigana Raghunathan Pitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padana Sahegana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitansh He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastate Taptakanshani Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sate Devi Pranamami Hari Priye वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम 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 हरे हरे जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय हरे कृष्णा so, welcome everyone so continuing the chapter 5 of Bhagavad Gita. So last week, we were reading this third section of the fifth chapter, which is the relationship between Ishwar, Jiva, and Prakriti, and we also started vision of a Jnani or Paramatmavadis. So today we hope to finish this chapter. So let's go back for the revision. 5:11. This is where we started last week. Kaya nimansa buddhya kevalandriyapi yogina karma kurvanti sangam tyaktapna shuddhaye. Who wants to do the revision? Anand Prabhu, you would like?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Jai
Prabhupada. Prabhu.
The yogis abandoning attachment act with body, mind, intelligence, and even with the senses only for the purpose of purification. Kayana, which is body, manasa, mind, buddhya, with intelligence, kaivalya, purified, indriya, with senses. It means that basically exactly what the translation is, that the buddhya means intelligence, and all these three, if they are purified, the kevalai, purified, indriya, and with purified senses, a person in Krishna conscious or a Krishna conscious person, he acts, whatever he does, whatever he performs, and it's like whatever, it's without any attachment, without any attachments, and he gives up like for the purpose of purification. He gives up anything to do with intelligence, mind, body, or on the material platform, just in the name of for Krishna consciousness. So whatever he does otherwise is pure, is considered to be pure, and it is considered to be transcendental.
Okay, thank you, Prabhu. Anyone else like to add anything? So basically the purpose of this verse, as you can see in the last line, Atma Shuddhaye. So when you are saying yogis does not get anything, the no results he gets, he is not attached to the results. Why is he working? That the question arises. Like you go to work, you're not going to get paid for it. So why would you go to work? That's the first question. Isn't it, Shobit Prabhu? You go to work because you get paid for it. But if you don't get paid for it, then if you still go to work, then someone will ask, what is the purpose of it? So what is the purpose of the yogis working? Atma Shuddhaye, purification. because we are not purified this stage. So by doing our prescribed duties, we get purified. So there is a purpose, but there's no material purpose. So usually people working for the material purpose, but why yogis are working? They are also working. They also get some result, but the result here is Atma Shuddhaye. So that is very, very important. All of us, most of us are grihasthas, some are brahmacharis as well. We have different prescribed duties which we have to perform, which we can perform either by our kaya. Kaya refers to body, manasa, mind, buddhi, intelligence. Kevalar, indriya, rapi. Even when you perform with indriya only, that means your mind is not there, your buddhi, your intelligence is not there. You just, for example, when we say chanting mein man nahi lagta, we cannot focus on chanting. Many people say that. So even if the mind is not there, you should still utter the holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Even by mere utterance from the tongue, it will purify you. The impact may not be so strong because our mind is everywhere, but the impact must be there. And the example given in Padma Purana is, if you touch a agni, a fire, knowingly or unknowingly, will fire burn? Can I say, oh my dear fire, I did not know you are here, so I accidentally touched you? Will fire leave you? Yes, Prabhu? No problem, Yash Prabhu. Today you are excused. You are cooking for Krishna, you didn't know. No, fire will not distinguish between Yash Prabhu knowing about the fire or not knowing about the fire. Fire will do its job. Suppose you drink poison, I'm not recommending it. Suppose you drink poison and it's a pure poison. Unknowingly you're drinking poison. What will happen? What will the result, Garima Mata? Accidentally I drank. I didn't know about it.
You will be died.
You'll die.
Yeah.
Poison will not distinguish between a person's knowledge about poison or not knowledge about poison. So these are material elements, isn't it? Fire, poison, these are material elements. If material element can work, why spiritual element will not work? The word Ram or Krishna or Srimati Radharani, they are Golokera Premadhena Harinama Sankirtana. They are coming from Goloka. So there is no question of no impact on the consciousness. There's no question. But it's a matter of when. So Kevalar Indriya Rapi, even if you utter the holy name, even if you perform the seva when your mind is not in the seva, seva will purify you without any doubt. So Sangam Tyakta, so they have no attachment towards the phala, towards the fruits of that activity, but they still perform the duty because the very big purpose is there. Atma Shuddhaye. We are all contaminated. What are the contaminations? Anyone knows? I haven't taken bath for 3 days. I have some sweat on my body. Is that the contamination? My clothes are a little dirty. What are the contaminations we have? No one knows? Rajesh Prabhu?
Kama, Krodh, Lobh, Moh,
Kam,
Mad,
Krodh, this is the internal kalmasha we all have. So we have to purify ourselves from that. For that purpose, what we do, we follow our prescribed duties without thinking of how much we're going to get out of this, materially speaking. But you're still getting something. What is that? Atma Shuddhaya. If someone is sick, there are two stages. First stage is to get rid of the bacteria in your body, isn't it? Suppose you have a very bad flu. So what will the first stage? Doctor will give you some amoxicillin and say, okay, Rajesh Prabhu, you take amoxicillin for 5 days. 10 capsules you need to take, 500 mg each capsule. After 5 days, Rajesh Prabhu still calls doctor. Doctor, I'm still feeling very weak. Does it happen, Rajesh Prabhu? Yes, it happens, right? It happens to everyone. So first stage is the amoxicillin will remove the bacteria from the body. First, it will stop the growth of further bacteria. It will remove whatever the present bacteria are there in the body. And the second stage is to regain the normal health. Isn't it? There are two stages. So first thing is Atma Shuddhaye, remove the disease from the body. First is remove the disease. This is Atma Shuddhaye. And then get love of Godhead. Now they both go hand in hand as well. It's not like one stage will finish and another will start. So the first stage here is Atma Shuddha, we're getting purified. And as we're getting purified, we can relish the holy name, we can relish the scriptures, we can relish the seva. But when we are not purified, we like, how many hours of chanting we have to do? How many rounds we have to do? Even one round seems like 100 rounds. All of you, when you chanted the first round of your life, how was the experience? Karika Mata? First round of your life, I mean. Was it very easy?
Prabhu, I think it was easy first round because it was excitement to do something new for me.
I
क्या
don't
बात
know.
है
But उसके बाद बहुत मुश्किल होने लग गया प्रभु. I think it became more difficult and difficult, and it's still very difficult.
Still very difficult. That means you're on the right track, Mataji. At least you're feeling like that. When I chanted my first round of my life, it was like it's going to take 100 hours. I was chanting and chanting and chanting. It wasn't finishing. I'm like, when is going to finish? That 108 beats looks like 1,000 beats. Huh? It looks
Same, Prabhuji.
very long.
I
Huh?
just keep on taking out and looking at when it will end and looking at the clock. Oh God, it's not
Same
finishing.
happened to me, Mataji. So I was just thinking when this one mala will finish. Anyway, I was tricked into the first mala. They said, we'll pay you 100 rupees if you chant one round. They never paid me even 1 rupee. But I chanted to get that 100 rupee. That was like 30 years ago, 28 years ago. Anyway, it felt very, very long. Yugaitam nimishena chakshusha pravashaitam. One mala seemed like a whole yuga. Anyway, but when we are getting little purified, now 1 round, 2 round, no problem. 16 rounds, no problem. Ayush Prabhu, 64 rounds, no problem. Isn't it? No? How many of you have done 64 rounds ever? Raise your hand. Come on. No one? Come on, you should do 64 rounds. Huh? 64 round, 32. Only Kanika Mata? Or you have a question there?
नहीं प्रभु, because one day it was only because of you प्रभु in the Nirjala Ekadashi last
Okay,
year when
yeah.
you
So
had
we,
asked us all to do it as a group. So
yeah,
वो
we
हम
should.
तभी कर पाए थे because it was a group
Yeah, we
effort.
should do 64 rounds. Sometimes, I'm not asking every day, but sometimes you do. 32 should become a norm for the festivals, and 64, yeah, sometimes we should do. Plan it and make it happen because this chanting will give us so much strength. Again, not every day is possible. And you can choose your day, but plan. I need to chant 64 rounds in this upcoming festival, upcoming Ekadashi, or even on Sunday. Suppose you are alone, you have a day off, your family's gone out somewhere. You plan it and just do it. 64 rounds is not much actually. It will not take more than 7 hours. And so you plan accordingly. Do other aspects of your day as well. But yeah, do because this chanting gives a lot of strength. Sometimes you're going on Govardhan Parikrama, for example, in Vrindavan, 64 rounds are actually very, very easy. But unless you have chanted that extra, 1 or 2 rounds still seems very, very difficult. Srinivas Prabhu?
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare
This we
Krishna.
started at Canberra.
Sorry?
Canberra, we did that Prabhu. Every alternate weeks,
Yeah.
we are start doing like there are some couple of families are gathered together,
Yeah.
and it is rotating, and they are start doing like now they are getting to the 48 rounds Prabhu.
Wow, very
Every
nice.
alternate week.
Very nice. We should do it. Many devotees do 64 rounds on Ekadashi. So we should also try because one way to get our interest in chanting, one way is to chant more. When we chant a lot, then we get some more interest. And there are other ways as well to get focus on chanting. One way is to chant extra number of rounds. Sometimes 1 round, 2 round, 3 rounds, sometimes 16, like become 32. Some sannyasis actually make their disciples to take a vow on Ekadashi. They will chant minimum 25 rounds. And some sannyasis don't, but the recommendation is on Ekadashi we chant more. So 32 rounds on Ekadashi should be norm. And when Ram Navami Janmashtami comes, you should aim for higher, unless you have different services.
Yeah.
Obviously, you should do your seva as well. But besides the seva, if you get an opportunity, yeah, try to reach 64 couple of times a year. It's very, very sweet and very purifying. You will feel so much strength. You will finish your rounds, but your tongue will still keep chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. You'll experience that actually. Automatically, no matter what you're doing, your mind will say Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. It's so beautiful actually. Initially, it will look tough, but actually, it's not so tough. So, Sushant Prabhu, you can try.
Prabhu, why can't we form one group here? By that, like we can able to do
Okay.
it. At least you start with one monthly once or something like that.
Monthly ones. Okay, Srinivas Prabhu is offering that. Okay, we'll think about it. Yes, but it's a very nice if some devotees want to get together for that purpose, please do. But yeah, chant extra rounds as much as possible. It's very, very purifying. Once Radhanath Maharaj called all his top devotees, top disciples, very, very popular, I will not name here. And he said, I'm not instructing you, but I'm recommending you, if you could, chant 64 rounds on Ekadashi. It's very purifying. And after Maharaj, that recommendation, Many picked up 64, and they are extremely busy. Extremely busy. They're much, much busy than any one of us. We may think that we are busy. They're having so many seva, and most of are extremely international speakers. But they chant 64 rounds on Ekadashi, and many of them also follow Nirjala Ekadashi, each Ekadashi. So why we are doing all this and why I'm talking about this topic today just came into my mind. But the point is Atma Shuddhaye. These things help us to purify our mind. So again, plan it well so your family duties are not interrupted, your other sevas are not interrupted, but plan. Take a day off from other sevas or other duties and endeavor to chant extra round. Yes, Meera Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare
Just
Krishna.
one question.
Mata, you're on mute now.
Sorry, Hare
No
Krishna.
problem. All good.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you, like we should do, like prescribedly, we should do 16 rounds of chanting daily. But let's say you can't do it on the beads, but you keep it on the earphones and you keep chanting it while you're doing your work, and like if you're doing other things, does that count towards the 16
Okay.
rounds? Just because
Definitely
it's not.
count. Every holy name you hear or utter, that counts. But the recommendation is you chant 16 on beats, everything else on top of that. So while you are cooking, cleaning, doing other duties, you can chant. You do some kirtan, you hear some kirtan, whatever. Try. Minimum 16. Prabhupada says no less. So, because chanting on beats is much, much powerful. I don't want to give whole class on chanting today, but chanting on beats is extremely powerful. So, every holy name, whether you are sleeping or you're waking up, you're in car, you're in office, every holy name is extremely powerful. But chanting on the beads, especially Tulsi beads, we are basically praying to all these gopis on their lotus feet. Every bead represents the lotus feet of one gopi, which is very, very dear to Lord. And we are begging, please engage me in the service of Lord, not in the service of Maya. So with that chanting comes the blessings of those gopis, which is why it's very, very important we chant on the beads, at least 16. After that, yes, you can chant on counter, clicker, no counting, just on your tongue. Yeah. No holy name will go in vain at all. It's not possible, as we gave two examples of poison and Agni, fire. So, yeah, try 16, Mataji, definitely on beats, and everything else on top is very, very auspicious. Okay, let's move forward. 512. I can see Yash Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
The steadily devoted soul attains unadulterated peace because he offers the result of all activities to me, whereas a person who is not in union with the divine, who is greedy for the fruits of his labor, becomes entangled. Yukta karma phala tattva means like who is engaged in devotional service, and karm phal, he is like he's looking for the results of the activities he's doing.
Actually, these three are one word, Prabhuji.
Okay.
Karm phalam tyaktva. If you take it as one word, so what's the meaning here? Karm phal tyag.
He don't want. Yeah,
He don't want. He's given up the karma phala.
Karma
If he's yukta with this mentality, he is equipped with this mentality. Shantim apnoti naishtikim. So apnoti refers to receive. Shanti is shanti, peace. What sort of peace? Naishtiki shanti. Does it make sense?
Naishtiki means
Unshakable. You cannot shake it. It's not like other shanti which comes and goes. This shanti is naishtiki shanti. And that is only possible in the spiritual realm. So you read these three words as one word.
Yeah.
Karm phalam tyaktva. This is one mentality, and one who is yukta is well equipped with this mentality. Now, why we don't get shanti? Forget about nestic shanti. We don't even get shanti because we don't have this mentality. Karm phalam tyaktva. We want to enjoy our karm phala. Prabhu, I have been working so hard. How can you take the credit? And then there's a fight. There's no shanti. There's a fight. Even within devotional realm, there's a fight sometimes. Why? Because we are very much attached to the karma phala. Even devotional activities phala, we are attached. Prabhu, I decorated the deity. He just came last minute, Prabhu. I was there for 6 hours. He only did, just little garland and he got all the credit. Prabhu, it was me. I received one time in one of the temples, I'll not name, when Brahmachari distributed 72 books. And the person who's reading, every morning we read the scores, who did how much distribution. So the person read 72 as 22. Sometimes 7 seems like a 2. So he said, this person distributed 22. This person who distributed actually got angry. He came onto the stage and he said, it wasn't 22, it was 72. He got a little upset. And later on, the speaker who was announcing that, he was talking to another senior Vaishnava and he was saying, why did he get angry? Although I made a mistake in reading, but Krishna knows it was 22 or 72. He doesn't have to come on the stage and get upset in front of everyone. So this senior devotee said, oh, that's all right. Till yesterday, they were counting cricket score. Today, they're counting book score. Tomorrow, they will give up this mentality as well. It's just a passing phase. So it does not mean we should read the scores incorrectly. If we are the reader, we should be very, very responsible. That's not the point. Because we may discourage other devotees. That's not what we want. But the point is, if it gets misread, it's all right. Krishna knows that seva is done for Krishna, or any seva. It's not book distribution. Any seva. If we want the credit, we want the karma phala. That's not the seva. That's a material activity. Anyway, so next line. So this is a comparison between the first person, who is a yuktaha, well situated in devotional life. Second is ayuktaha. So what's the second one, Prabhuji?
Ayukta, the opposite of yukta, or jo
He doesn't have that mentality which this person had.
yeah,
So what is the result of that?
karma karan, because of
Kam means desire, ichha.
yeah,
So he is doing kam because of kam. Sorry, one kam is work, one kam is desire. So why does he work? Because of his desires. So kama karena, he is doing due to his desires. Phale sakto.
निभ्यते
आसक्त, फल से आसक्त है वो, उसको फल चाहिए. He needs phala. So what is the result if he needs phala?
is found. Yeah.
So which category we are in? First or second? Who can say? Everyone is showing the sign. 2. Rajesh Chaudhary Prabhu, 2 signs. So thank you, Prabhu, for being honest. So from this 2, we should become 1. This is not Advaitvad. This is one. First category is very nice. Yukta karma phalam tyaktva. So we should give up this mentality that I am the bhokta of the karma phala. Krishna is the bhokta. Okay. Text 13. Okay, we'll leave that one. Let's quickly jump to, okay, leave that as well. Yeah, this is nice. 516. We can do this. Sulekha Mataji, would you like to do it? You can refer your notes, that's fine.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Sorry, I have to read the verse as well, right?
No, Mata, only translation, and then you can pick up the Sanskrit.
When, however, one is enlightened with the knowledge by which any science is destroyed, then his knowledge reveals everything, as the sun lights up everything in the daytime. ज्ञानेन तु तद्ज्ञानं येषां नास्ति नास्ति.
So this is ajnanam, so tad ajnanam. So jnanen tu tad ajnanam yesham nashitam atmanah. We just read. So gyan is gyan, agyan is agyan, tu is but. Tad agyan, that agyan, with the gyan, what will happen to that agyan? Yesham nashitam atmanah. Nashitam refers to destroy. Nasht. Hindi, simple. And Atmana, living too, this is talking the self or the living entity. So living entities agyan will be destroyed by what? Jnana. Okay? That's the simple one. And the analogy given in the next line is Tesham as Aditya Vajagyanam. So Aditya refers to? We discussed about it. Surya. Sun. So Aditya, as soon as the Aditya come, what comes? Prakash come.
Prakasham.
And whatever the agyan or the ignorance or the darkness is there, that's gone. So as soon as sun is in the sky, there cannot be question of darkness. When the sun is not there, then the darkness is there. So sun is compared to knowledge. So when the knowledge comes, darkness cannot remain. Darkness refers to our ignorance, our agyan. So when the knowledge, the sun of knowledge comes, the ignorance or the agyan is immediately destroyed. So transcendental knowledge is very, very powerful. So no matter what you are, where you are, how much ignorance you have, as soon as this Divya Gyan Hriday Prakashito, when this Divya Gyan comes, everything becomes enlightened. And then you can see what is right, what is wrong, what I should do, what I should not do. But before that, because of Agyan, we are just in the dark room. We don't know where the things are. As soon as the light is on, we can see everything. I should go to this corner of the room. I should not go to that corner of the room because that's dangerous, for example. Okay. So that's good. 517. Garima Mata. This is a very, very important verse.
When one's intelligence, mind, faith, and refuge are all fixed in the Supreme, then one becomes fully cleansed of misgiving through complete knowledge and thus proceeds straight on the path of liberation. Tad Buddhas, Tad Atmanas. When one Tad Buddhas means intelligence.
Buddhayas.
Bhayas.
Buddhayas.
Buddh.
You can
Bhayas.
divide and then read. So
Okay.
buddhi, the first is buddhi, and
Buddhi,
then you can say
intelligence.
yes. So buddhayas. Tad
Buddhaya.
atmanas. So this says a, bada a.
Atmanas.
Atmanas. Atmanas.
That
So
is
here atma
mind.
refers to what? Mind.
Mind.
Yes. Babaji. And buddhi is buddhi,
Intelligence.
simple intelligence. Nishtha.
Faith
Thank you. And tat
Tat
parayana.
is devoted.
Devoted. Thank you. So the 4 qualities are given. Please expand on each if you can. So their buddhi, their mind,
Yeah.
their faith, and their devotion is completely in what? Tad,
Fit-
tad, tad,
fixed
tad.
on.
So there are 4 tad are there.
Okay.
So in each one, the prefix tad is used. Is devoted in what? In that
Supreme.
supreme. So what? Okay. So buddhi and atma is clear. What does nishtha mean? Faith.
Faith.
Can you please expand on that for everyone's benefit?
Like
Just
project
give an
next
example.
next to previous class we discussed about like where we stand. We don't have faith. There are 3 types of devoted. Like one has faith, one is
Agyasya
no.
sadhanasya sanshayatma vinashati. Is that what you are referring to?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Maybe you can give a better example of work. When you go to work, you put your buddhi there, right?
Yes.
Suppose you have to deliver some assignment, some project, whatever.
Yeah.
You have to put your mind there.
Yes.
Yes, you have to use your mind. You have to put. Do you have faith?
Faith.
Not sure,
No.
right? Or sometimes you may have some material faith that you will get paid for it.
Yeah.
But faith as a love, that's not there for the boss or for other colleagues. We may respect them, and that's very nice. We should respect them.
Yeah.
But faith in them, not sure.
No.
When we go to temple, we have faith in devotees. So sometimes we are performing some seva for Krishna, for temple. Then we are putting our mind as well as our buddhi. We're creating a nice poster, for example, as well as you're putting your faith. By doing this seva for Radha Gopinath's pleasure, we will get purified.
Yeah.
I'll get spiritual guidance. So then there's a faith is there. And the last one is tat parayana. Parayana refers to complete dedication. Complete dedication. So there is nothing outside than this which is better than this. Okay, Radha Gopinath is not one of the goals of my life. Radha Gopinath is the only goal of my life. Krishna Seva, Krishna Nam, pleasing our spiritual master, that's the only goal of my life. At least as a goal, it's there. So the complete dedication is there towards that goal. So if you have these 4 aspects in your life, what will be the result of that? Gacchanti. What does gacchanti mean?
It's go, you will go to God
Yes.
ahead, no birth again.
Yep. So what's the Sanskrit word, Mata?
Apunar avritim.
So avritti means again and again. Avritti karna kisi cheez ki. So that's why chanting, we are doing avritti. We are repeating Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Then after one mantra finishes, what do? Hare Krishna. Second mantra finishes, third, Hare Krishna. You go to temple this Sunday. Next Sunday, what do? Again go to temple. And Monday again go to temple. Tuesday, Indra Maharaj comes, we go to temple. Wednesday, some devotees are not here today. There's a Maharaj program, which is very nice. They have gone there. So it's every day. We read Bhagavad Gita today, and tomorrow what do we read? Bhagavad Gita or Bhagavatam. Huh? So, avritti and punaravritti means again and again, same thing, same thing, same thing. Apunar, no avritti.
No.
That means no avritti of that living entity in this material world. Gachanti apunar avrittim. Okay? Jnana?
Jnana nirdata kalmasha.
Yes. So,
And
kalmasha everyone knows?
Librish.
No,
Misgiving.
kalmash. Kalmash. Kali kalmal nashanam. Kalmash means gandagi,
Impute.
which is contamination, which is kam, krodh, lobh, moh, which Krishna Prabhu was saying. So that's a kalmash. So nirdhut refers to cleaning. Cleaning of the kalmasha. So who will clean? What is a cleansing agent? This is not Surf Excel, this detergent powder, that detergent powder. What is that detergent powder? Jnana.
Jnana.
Here Jnana, obviously talking about the Krishna Anukul Jnana. So when we have the Jnana, Nirdhut Kalmasha, it will cleanse away all the contamination. So whatever contamination Jiva may have, it will all be cleansed away by this Jnana. And Jiva will never come back again in this Bhavasagar. 4 qualities that Jiva has to have. His buddhi, his atma, his mind, his nishtha, his faith and parayan, complete dedication should be in the Supreme. And then it will happen. Example which comes to my mind, there can be many more. Valmiki Rishi, he was a Ratnakar Daku. He was a very, very bad Daku, very cruel Daku. He had killed so many Brahmanas. But even that Daku, just by chanting Mara, 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 he could not even chant Ram Nam because Ram Nam is so pure. He was so sinful. He was chanting opposite of word Ram, Mara, Mara, Mara. That he could chant because that was his business that time. And through that 80,000 years of tapasya, that Valmiki Rishi, he became Mahamuni. Brahmaji coming to his kutia and asking him, can you please write Ramayana? Narad Muni is coming to his kutia. Imagine. And Krishna Prabhu, any time Brahmaji visited your kutia? Narad Muni?
I wish, bro.
I wish. We all wish. But we can become eligible like that. Huh? So no matter what background the person had, that doesn't matter. Huh? If he is dedicated to Ram Nam, Krishna, he will become so clean, spotless. Okay, 5:18, which talks about the vision. This is very nice verse. Ayush Prabhu ki jai.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
So, Vidya, just the translation, right?
Yes.
Explanation, yeah. So, Vidya Vinaya Sampanne, which means that by
You can read the translation first, Prabhu.
yeah,
Nice.
the humble sages, by virtue of true knowledge, see with equal vision a learned and gentle Brahmana, a cow, an elephant, a dog, and a dog eater, outcast. So, Vidya Vinaya Sampanne, that means that by knowledge, like a Brahmana who's basically enlightened by knowledge and also by gentle virtues, very humble behavior. Brahmane Gavi Hastini, so Gavi is cow, Hastini is elephant. Suni Chaiva, Suni is dog, and Chaiva.
It is Shuni, this is not Suni.
Shuni
Sha.
Chaiva.
Sa, Sha.
Shuni Chaiva, Shuni is dog. Swapakecha is dog eater or
It's
outcast.
Sopach actually.
Swa?
Sopach.
Swapach.
If you take the word out, but yeah. If we read in Sanskrit, is Sopake, this is correct. Otherwise called Sopach. Swa refers to dog, Pach means pachana.
Okay.
कुत्ते को मार के पचा जाता. It's very interesting words. Okay.
Swapacha and Pandita Samadarshana. So one who's Pandita, one who's very wise, very intelligent. He sees all of them with the same vision. So basically, an intelligent person, one in Krishna consciousness, a full Krishna consciousness, he doesn't distinguish based on the external covering or clothing. An ordinary person distinguishes between dog, and in caste this is Brahman, this is that. But one who's in real Krishna consciousness sees the soul within every. They see that everything is everybody is part and parcel of Krishna, and just based on their karma they've taken a certain covering or body, and they they have that equal understanding, even though they don't treat a dog and the dog and a brahman on the same level. They make the distinction, but their vision inside, they know that they are all part and parcel of Lord, and then that's why they have compassion and humility towards all living beings.
Okay. What distinction do they make, Prabhu? Just to clarify that point. You're right, but what distinction would they make between, say, a dog and...
I heard that I heard this in one lecture. Like, if you go if your lion comes in front of you, you won't say Hare Krishna Prabhuji. You obviously have to use your intelligence and understand the each living being is embodied into a certain body, and they'll perform in that way. But at the same time, we should also understand they're not. We should not judge them based on the external coverings, but understand that they're supreme. They're part and parcel of Krishna. So the distinction basically means that we also use our intelligence and common sense to while dealing with them, but at the same time, internally we should not hold grudges. Even in as a human, if some other person comes and mistreats us or something, that we should not be like, oh, I have to be in the same, I have to treat him the same way I treat other Vaishnavas or other Brahmanas. We should make a distinction in dealings, but at the same time we should not have any malice or hate the person, because we need to understand that ultimately they are part and parcel of Krishna, and they are just, because of the body they're taken up and the material modes of material nature controlling them, this is why they're acting. So somebody who's a pandita, he has that darshan, he has that vision, and based on that vision he can understand and see everything as well. That's my understanding.
No, very nice, Prabhuji. So equal vision does not mean equal reciprocation. So reciprocation will be different. Even amongst different humans will reciprocate differently. In humans and animals will reciprocate differently. Now the only question left is, how many examples are given, Shashank Prabhu, in this particular verse? How many examples are given?
How many examples are given?
Yes.
There's 3 examples: a dog, elephant, and a dog. It's 4 examples.
5.
Brahmana. Sorry.
Okay, 3, 4, or 5?
Brahmana, cow, elephant, dog, and a dog eater. Yeah, 5.
5 examples are given.
Yeah.
Can you categorize them, Shashank Prabhu?
I'll
first
try. Yes, first is the Brahmana, who is the high class.
Okay. So first there are 2 categories, human versus animals, right? So in human, Krishna has chosen very nicely the topmost, so-called topmost, and so-called bottommost. What is the topmost in humans? A Brahman. And what's the bottommost? As per Shastra? Shopach, which is a Chandal, right? Now the second category is of animal category. Why Krishna has chosen these 3 animals, Shashank Prabhu? He could have chosen horse, he could have chosen crocodile, he could have chosen eagle. Why these 3?
Yeah, so cow represents mode of goodness in an animal.
Yeah,
and elephant represents...
So before we go to the mode of goodness in cow, so animals are generally in mode of passion.
Passion, yeah.
So within passion, cow is passion, goodness. Cow is considered the highest amongst all the animals. But cow is in passion because she is an animal. But within animals, she is very gentle. She is passion, goodness. Second
is an elephant.
Hathi, elephant. Hathi is considered generally in mode of passion. So who the Hathi will be? Passion.
Passion, yeah.
Right? And the third, a dog, Shuni, is considered in mode of ignorance. And that's why they say a cow can be brought inside the house, a dog should not be brought inside the house. It does not mean we are against dog. Don't say Hare Krishnas are against dogs or anything like that. But because of the mode which that particular body, that particular soul is carrying, will impact our consciousness as well. If you associate with cow, your goodness will increase. And if you associate with a dog, what will increase? I don't need to say. Because dog is carrying that consciousness. So some people eat with dog, they hug dog, they sleep with the dog. What they will become at the end of the life? Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam. So we don't want to do that. So Krishna is giving all sorts of example, but why he's giving example? This is external body, as Aish Prabhuji said. So internally we understand, even that dog, that soul is exactly same as a Brahman soul. But how I will reciprocate with that soul, that's different. Cow, I'll pet, I will feed, I will bring inside the house. Dog, if you want to feed, outside the house. That's how we reciprocate the soul. Like if a lion comes, you cannot say, "Oh, lion Maharaj, please, most welcome, come and sleep on my bed." He will not be able to even arrive to the bed. Before that, he will go to the dinner table and have you as a dinner or lunch, whatever it is. So equal vision does not reciprocate to equal reciprocation, and Krishna has very wisely chosen these 5 examples, the topmost and the bottommost, from human perspective as well as from animal perspective. Meera Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
One question regarding the not like the association with the animals. Wouldn't we if we associate the animals, like example a dog, if we have it in the house and if we are praying and doing chanting, and wouldn't that also uplift their consciousness?
Absolutely, Mataji.
So
But it might downgrade your consciousness as well.
how would that
So
downgrade our consciousness? It's just
because you are
we are
associating with
helping another soul to upgrade their consciousness.
absolutely that same logic can be applied on a crocodile. We'll have a pond, we'll have a crocodile or a lion, right? Because they are the soul and they will get benefit. There's no doubt in that. But how do you going to deal with that? Can we deal with that? That's the problem. So when we go out, many times we say, do not associate with karmis. So we say, but we have to work with them, go and ride in the same vehicle which they are doing, bus or train. So the point is not to associate with them like physically. The point is don't take their association. Give your association to them. So when you're not taking association from them, you're giving association. That means you're giving nice mode of goodness things to them. But if you start receiving from them, they'll say, okay, Friday night, let's go here, let's go there, do this, do that. That means you get impacted by their particular conditioning, and that may downgrade you. So similarly, it applies whomever we are associating with, whether it's a human or animal or any other being, we might catch up some consciousness from them. So to protect ourselves, we still can help that jiva by different other means. Example in Srimad Bhagavatam 5th canto, Bharat Maharaj, he was saving deer. You probably know that story. And while saving the deer, what happened? He got attached to the deer and slowly he quit his devotional service. And eventually, while he was quitting the body, he was remembering instead of Krishna that deer. So next life he has to become a deer. So because he was too much attached to that deer, and his consciousness became, instead of Krishna conscious, deer consciousness. And then he repented. That's another story.
Okay, so the risk here is getting attached, not
Yeah.
that their consciousness comes to us.
Yes. So yes, so you're downgrading yourself basically. Your consciousness is getting a little down. And our process is to uplift everyone. And another point with many sannyasis also mention, although we want to help the dogs and the cats and the birds and every jiva, even ants we want to help. But there's a proper way of doing that. Also, no matter how much you elevate a dog, can he chant Hare Krishna? Can he like act like a human and do different services? He can't. In that body. So again, we love every jiva. We want to uplift every jiva. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu can do it. Nityanand Prabhu can do it. They can uplift even a crocodile. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu can send a dog back. Shivanand Sen's dog. He went back to Godhead straight away. Those sort of personalities, they can act on that level. But at our level, may not be possible. That's why
But
we avoid.
but wouldn't that same logic apply to, let's say, if you choose a spouse who has a lower consciousness, you're associating with them, although you're helping them, you'll also get their
Absolutely.
consciousness. So
Absolutely.
isn't that
Yes,
the
you're
same
right.
thing?
And that's why we have to be very, very strong. And the same point, which I'll repeat again, Mataji, whomever you are associating with, suppose he has a lower consciousness than you, for example. So instead of taking his or her association, what you should do, give your association, like give nice things to him or her, rather than grabbing his lower quality things in your consciousness and you start feeling, actually, he's enjoying his life. I'm not enjoying. I'm just being a bit too crazy here. Let me go out with him or her and then, enjoy life.
But then wouldn't the same logic apply to animals? Like we don't take the consciousness from them, but we give it to them.
But can you do it? That's my point. Even Bharat failed.
I mean,
His name is
it's harder
harder
with
with the
people,
humans.
humans, but then
Yes.
for animals should be easier.
Not really, Mata. And that's why we have examples in Srimad Bhagavatam. So Bharat Maharaj, we are not criticizing him, but he has been put in Bhagavatam to represent how we can become weak. We can become super attached. So he left his family, he left his kingdom, but when he went to the jungle, just with a little animal, he got very, very attached. That can happen to us as well. And in the next verse, Prabhupada said, at least become human. If not, go back to Godhead. Like we should go back to Godhead, at least become human. And for that, our recommendation is process. Rupa Goswami is recommending you should associate with not only devotees, he's saying Uttam Adhikari as best as possible. So associate with them, serve them, discuss with them. And by associating with Uttam Adhikaris or a devotee which have higher consciousness than you will become very serious. And you're right, it applies on every field, Mata, just not only on humans or animals, everywhere. But yeah, the time is less and the project is pretty complex. That's why we save time by associating with higher devotees. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you for the discussion. It's a nice verse. Now, one more point I want to sort of share. This Bhagavad Gita verse, and you all can give the answer. This Bhagavad Gita verse, how can we apply in our daily life? What change in the world this verse can bring? I can see Hari Gopal Prabhu or anyone. What change this verse can bring in the world? That's my question to all of you. Because many times they say, oh, you're just reading some verses. Huh? Come on, do some practical help in the world. How this verse can change the world. This verse has a power to change the whole world right now.
Stop wars, Prabhuji.
Stop wars. How, Mata?
If we see everyone as a part and parcel of Krishna, then we won't have the need to attack them.
Exactly, because we are seeing everyone as a soul. This is exactly same soul. Your body may be a dog's body or a Brahman's body or a Russian or American or Irani, whatever it is, right? But you have a same soul. It's just you are wearing a green top today, tomorrow you'll wear a black top or whatever. It doesn't make any difference. Why are we hurting others? Why are we hurting animals? If this verse goes out in the market and people understand, honestly, they will become samdarshi. And when they are samdarshi, they are not saying, I am from this community, this country, my community is higher than your community, so I have a right to kill you or hurt you or exploit you in whatever way. This one verse actually can change. So this samdarshana is not just a bookish verse. This verse can bring so much change in the world. And the higher understanding we have of this particular verse, the higher peace we can establish within us and outside us. And the more people who know this verse, this is not sectarian, this is not Hindu or Muslim verse. This is just a verse which is universally true for everyone, for all time, place, and circumstances. So this is why we should always take this knowledge in a very, very application way, where we're not saying, oh, I'm reading Bhagavad Gita, some Hindu scripture. This is not Hindu scripture. This is a world peace scripture, human peace scripture. And if you just follow one verse, you can say this, quote this verse. And there are many more verses in Bhagavad Gita. Like practically, you can see the benefit straight away. So this is how Bhagavad Gita brings changes in individual's life. And when every individual changes, collective as well, it will change. That's why they say Bhagavad Gita can change the world. This is how it can change the world, because it will bring samdarshana, equal vision. And this is what we need in today's day and age so much. People are just fighting because I have this passport, you have that passport. That's it. And tomorrow the passport will change as well. And then the body will change as well. Nothing is permanent in this material world. But people need these sort of verses in Bhagavad Gita. And there are more verses. Hari Gopal Prabhu, you wanted to say something?
No, Prabhu, I think you covered it.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Everything. Like,
So,
what I was saying is, if we have a habit of discrimination, then this shloka recitation will help you go above and then make you balanced.
and again,
But you covered it. That's
yeah,
fine.
thank you. But again, we said reciprocation may not be equal. So we are being practical as well. We are not just being blind. We will welcome our enemy at home and he will just put a nuclear bomb. But we understand there is no such thing called enemy. But externally, we deal with whatever comes. But we have that internal solid vision inside. We don't need to hurt anyone. We don't need to exploit anyone. Okay, let's move forward. 519. Okay.
Oh, sorry, just one
Sure, Prabhu.
one little thing before
Yes.
you go.
Yes, yes.
So, Prabhu, a classic example is, when Arjun was fighting on the battlefield, he still respected his Acharya, Gadronacharya as Guru. He still respected Bhishma Deva as his grandfather. But as a duty, when they were attacking him, he had to kill them back, you know. So, although the response to the stimuli is different, but at a soul level, he's still respecting them. I think
Yeah.
it is more appropriate between humans itself, you know. So a lot of times, so-called closer people tend to harm us and stop us from going in bhakti. You know, in that case, we need to draw that respect versus defense line and then act.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Very nice. Yeah. So we have practical application at the same time, but we understand intellectually. Our vision should be like that. Okay. Let's do this last one, 520. Who wants to do this? Come on. I don't know. There's so many devotees here. Okay, Meera Mataji, you go. You're on the center of my screen. Please.
Okay, sure. A person who neither rejoices upon achieving something pleasant, nor laments upon obtaining something unpleasant, who is self-intelligent, who is unbewildered, and who knows the signs of God is already situated in transcendence. Na praharashit priyam prapya, nodvijet prapya cha priyam, stihira buddhir asamuddha, brahmavid brahmani stihita. I think this verse essentially means that someone who is indifferent to something, to joy or something unpleasant, and who is
So we can read one word, Mataji. It's very easy. Na, no, prahashret. So harsh in the Hindi word, harsh means to be happy. Prahashret means supremely happy. When a person becomes happy, priyam prapya. Priyam means thing which you like. So if you like something, you get it. What happens to you, Mata? You become joyful.
Yeah.
Right?
So,
everyone does it, right? We all have that default settings. When priyam prapya, when a priya comes, when the favorable things come in our life, we are very, very happy. And what happens the other way? Prapya apriya. Apriya refers to unfavorable things, which we don't like. Prapya, you receive. What happens in your mind, generally speaking? Udvigna, agitated. Why did I get this fine? Parking fine, speeding fine. No one likes those fines, huh? But we receive it sometimes, huh? We don't like it. We become agitated, resentful, huh? So this person, na prahashet, he does not become super excited. He does not become na udvijed. He is not agitated. When a priya comes, he is not very happy when a priya comes. Isthir buddhir. How is his buddhi? His intelligence is what? Isthir. Isthir means saman. He's just stagnant. He's not just going up and down all the time. He is mudha. Mudha refers to murkha. Not very wise person. Asamudha. He's a wise person. He's not a mudha. He's asamudha. His buddhi is sthir. Brahmavid. He understands the supreme person. Brahmani isthita, and he is situated on transcendence. So here Brahma refers to transcendence. So a person who does not get super excited by receiving something priya, favorable, does not get agitated when he does not receive a priya, he receives rather opposite things in his life. Isthir buddhir, his buddhi is isthir. So this the person is situated on transcendence. So most of us are not in that situation, but sometimes you would have experienced, at least in a small ways, when some apriya comes, you're like, okay, Krishna, whatever you want. And then we are not so agitated. At least for small things we would have experienced. Huh? Now our buddhi should become for everything like that. Example comes to my mind is Lord Sri Ram. Now again, he is Bhagwan, but he is doing a human lila. When he was announced that he will get the kingdom, how did he react? Yay, I'll be the king tomorrow. Nothing like that. He's like, all right. Actually, Valmiki Ramayana says he cried after hearing this news. He cried. Now, why did he cry? Not because of the kingdom. He cried, we are four brothers. We were born together. We ate together. We grew up together. We went for schooling together. We did everything together. Why I am the only one who's becoming king? Why not my all the brothers are becoming king? Huh? He had so much love for his brothers. So that night he cried because he didn't want to be special. I am the king. Huh? He said, we did everything together. Why this kingly ship is given to me? So he was not very happy in that sense, but for getting kingdom, he was fine. Next morning, he was told, you have to go to forest for 14 years. Like, all right, no problem. Sthir buddhir. Huh? So we cannot imitate Lord Ram. We're not supposed to imitate Lord Ram, but we can follow in his footsteps. And whenever up and down happens in our life, Sthir buddhir. Again, this is a very practical verse of Bhagavad Gita. And then it's okay. We do our best and leave the rest. Krishna will take care of the rest. We cannot control everything. Okay, let's start today's discussion from verse 21. Ram Santosh.
Prabhuji,
Okay,
sorry,
yes.
I just have a quick
Yeah,
question
please.
before that. So when we're saying that when we get something that's prior to us, we get happy, and when we get something that's not prior to us, we get unhappy. So here it is just in the material sense, isn't it? Like if
Yes.
we talk about spiritual happiness, that's different,
But
right?
then there is no apriya in the spiritual world, isn't it? Is there any apriya in the spiritual world? There's only priya,
Yes.
right? When you are associating yourself with Krishna or Krishna's Naam, Krishna's Seva, it's only joy. There's nothing else. There's no such thing called by doing Krishna Seva, you will become dukhi. You'll become sad. There's no such thing. Because Krishna is the origin of all the Ananda. One of the Krishna's meaning is from whom constant Ananda is coming. And it's not a finite Ananda. Maybe, your friend, your parents or brother can give you some happiness, and that's fine. Huh? Can they give you unlimited happiness for the unlimited amount of time? No, not possible. It's a conditioned jiva. But Krishna can supply you with unlimited happiness for unlimited amount of time. So there is no such thing called dukkha. It says Krishna, although he is a supreme personality of Godhead, but he has some things which even he can't do. Now you'll say, Arey, supreme personality of Godhead, he can do everything. He also has some gaps, some dosha. You know what dosha he has, Krishna? Even if Krishna want to become distressful, he can't. Huh? So do we ever want to become distressful? We are default distressful.
We are always.
we are other way, right? We want to become happy and we hardly become happy. Anyway, suppose Krishna is thinking, बहुत दिन हुए दुखी नहीं हुए, चलो आज दुखी हो जाते हैं. A long time I have not become unhappy. Today let me become unhappy. He cannot become unhappy. Huh? That's a fault, like good fault. Huh? Suppose sometimes some humans at least they think life is so tough. Let me commit suicide and die. Suppose Krishna will have a similar thought. Suppose, but Krishna's problem is he cannot die. He cannot die. Suppose Krishna, like we are always struggling with getting knowledge. Just Krishna and Gulgyan, okay? We are struggling with the knowledge. Now, Bhakti Shastri exams are coming and people are already stressed out, which they should not, but they are. So, suppose, and Krishna knows everything. Aham sarvasvaram matta sarvam pravartate, right? Now, Krishna one day want to become an ignorant person like us. He cannot become. Krishna cannot become ignorant. Krishna cannot commit suicide and die. Krishna cannot produce unhappiness. So, Kajal Mata, coming back to your question. So, there is no apriya in the spiritual world. It's only priya, priya, priya. Any touch of Krishna or his devotee or his naam or his seva or his books will give you as a jiva happiness, happiness and only happiness. Because he doesn't have anything else. You can't give someone something which you don't have, Mata, isn't it? Someone come and ask you, Mata, give me, I don't know, a bottle of wine or something. Like, Prabhu, I can't give you. No, you'll not say Prabhu. But, I can't give. I don't have that thing. Huh? You can only give what you have in your pocket. You can't give what you don't have. So Krishna cannot give you what he doesn't have. What he doesn't have is stress, negative feelings, hurtful, revenge. He just doesn't have those feelings. Okay? So spiritual world, only one way. Is that okay? So this refers to material.
Okay, Prabhuji, I was just thinking that if we are like, thinking that, oh, I want this seva and I don't get that seva.
Yes.
So I would get sad. And if I get that seva, I would get happy. So I was just thinking in that way.
In that way. Okay, sorry, I took it in a different way, but good discussion. Yes, for the seva, many times we get attached, but it says more than the seva, we should get attached to the attitude of the seva, attitude of a servant. Sometimes, suppose temple president may ask you to clean the pots, cut some vegetables. You may be a very good kirtanier, you may be a very good deity worship pujari, but that day, the need of the day is we need help in the kitchen. Come on, everyone rolls up their sleeve and go in the kitchen and help our cook. There are 1,000 people coming tonight. So we cannot say that no, I'm a speaker, I'm a preacher, man. I can't cut vegetables. Do you think that's a very nice attitude? So it's three types of sevas we should always perform. First sort of seva is, and brahmacharis will be fully aware of this, need of the day. Need of the day means there are some sevas needed. You may be a preacher, you may be a pujari, but today the need is in the kitchen. Let's everyone roll up their sleeves. Go and roll puris, wash bathroom, whatever is needed, need of the day. Second seva is which we like. Suppose you are saying, I like book distribution. So now you can always not be washing pots, for example. So you are allowed to do the seva which you like. And the third type of seva is which your spiritual master tells you. So you may not like it today, you may not understand as a need of the day, but he is giving you a goal of life. Prabhupada was given a goal of life by Bhakti Siddhant Maharaj. Your English is good, you should go and preach Bhagavad Gita, your message of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, in English language in Western countries. Now, that point in time, Prabhupada was not preaching. Prabhupada was doing something very different. But spiritual master gave him a goal, and Prabhupada meditated on that goal. If you ever have money, print books. Just one sentence was made. Prabhupada followed it in next 40, 50 years throughout his life. Because that seva will purify you, because you don't know what you like, to be very honest. Our spiritual master, our superior, they know what sort of capacities we have. And then they fan that spark, and that spark becomes very big, because we are in the conditioned state. Your boy, little 5-year-old boy, may like a toy which may hurt him actually. But he said, Mama, I need this toy, this toy. Mama will say, no, you're not getting this toy. You're getting another toy, not this one. You know his capacities, his age, his maturity. How can he handle? Then appropriately you give that seva. Is that okay? So
Yes,
need of the
Prabhuji.
day, which you like, and third is which is given by our superiors, long-term goal. Even if we don't like, we don't understand it, let's do it, because the need of the day will purify us. The sevas which we like will encourage us, and the sevas which are given by our superiors will take us back to Godhead. So it should be a mix of three. But first two can change. Third, given by spiritual master, very serious. Is that okay?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So
Thank you.
don't get agitated if you're. Sometimes it's okay to be attached to the seva as well, but more than seva is the sevak spirit. I'm the sevak. You tell me, Prabhuji, Mataji, whoever is in charge, I'm happy to serve in any capacity. It's not wrong to be attached with your seva, with the seva which you like, but again should be ready to perform the other sevas as well. Although they may look hard, you may not understand them well. Now, okay.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Someone else had anything? Okay, let's move to 521. Okay, who was reading? Ram Santosh Prabhu ki jai.
भयस्पर्शे अशक्तमा विन्दति आत्मनि यत्सुखम् स ब्रह्मा युक्तात्मा सुखम् अक्षयम् अश्नुते. Translation. Such a liberated person is not attracted to material sense pleasure, but is always in this way. The self-realized person enjoys unlimited happiness, for he concentrates
Okay, Hare Krishna. I think there's some internet issues. So, 4 points are given in this particular verse. Let's read that one by one. Vahya sparsheshva asaktatma. So Vahya sparsh. Vahya sparsh refers to, now here sparsh, which is a translation of touch. Vahya means external, external touch. Asaktatma. So there's a asakta and there's asakta. So asakta refers to attached. Asakta refers to detached. You can make a note of that. So he is unattached. He is detached from what? External senses. Now here external touch of senses refers to not only touching with your hand, for example, touching with your skin. Any senses comes with sense objects, which means eyes are looking at a beautiful object, for example. Ears are listening so-called beautiful music. Your tongue wants some beautiful tasty, palatable foodstuffs. So all these are called Vahya Sparsha. So this person, first qualification is Vahya Sparsheshu Asaktatma. He is detached actually. He is not interested in so-called looking at good pictures or good music or good palatable foodstuff. He's not interested in all those things because this is Vahya Sparsha. Everyone is clear on that? External sparsh, external senses coming in contact with sense objects. Second, vindati. Who knows the meaning of vindati? We have used this word many, many times in this chapter. Vindati. Enjoy. He enjoys. Where does he enjoy? Atmani. He enjoys within. So he's not going to enjoy out. He's not looking, okay, I'll watch a movie, I'll get a car or a bungalow or whatever it is, because they are Vahya Sparsha. So he is not interested in Vahya. He is interested Atmani, within. So he rejoices within. Second characteristic. Third is Sa Brahma Yoga Yuktatma. So here Brahma refers to Supreme, as Prabhupada writes here, by concentration in Brahma. So he is always connected with Brahma, connected with transcendence, connected with spirituality. If he is doing that, what will happen? Sukham Akshayam. So Chaya and Akshaya. What does Chaya mean? Destruction. And Akshaya means one which cannot be destroyed. Akshay Punya or Akshay Pap as well. We talk about it. Shaya and Akshaya. So here Akshaya Sukham. So what sort of Sukha he will get? We are talking about Shantim Apnoti Naishtikim. So we will receive Naishtiki Shanti, the Shanti which cannot be taken away. Similarly, we'll get Sukha, which is Akshay Sukha. Anyone looking for Akshay Sukha? Not Akshay Kumar. Akshay Sukha. Anyone here on the call looking for Akshay Sukha? No one looking for Akshay Sukha. Hey Bhagwan, I'm looking for Akshay Sukha. Akshay Sukha, the Sukha which cannot be taken away. So if you want to receive that Akshay Sukha, what you have to do? Brahma Yoga Yuktatna. You should always be connected with the Supreme, with Krishna all the time. And you are not going to enjoy in the outer world whatever happiness. So currently 99.9999999% population is going after what? Vahya Sparseshva. Whatever feels good to their eyes, their nose, their tongue, their ears, their skin, they just go for that. And they feel if I achieve all these positions, I'll become very happy. But it says external possessions does not make you emotionally happy. Ayush Prabhu, you have a big house, big bungalow, I don't know, 14-bedroom house, but no devotees inside house, and no internet, no WhatsApp. Will you be happy? No Krishna picture. Otherwise, he will say, okay, I'll worship Krishna. Will not be happy. We are 14 people in one room, that's fine. But 14 rooms and no devotees, no discussion of Krishna. We don't want that. In 5th canto Srimad Bhagavatam, demigods are praying. They are saying, to hell with this Swargloka. To hell with this Swargloka. People are looking forward to go to Swargloka. To hell with this Swargloka because there is no Krishna Katha here. And all glories to these humans, especially in Bharatvarsha, who are doing constant Krishna Katha. They're chanting the glories of Lord Ram and Krishna constantly. They are dhanya, dhanya, dhanya. They are the most fortunate, most fortunate, most fortunate. Brahmaji says in his prayers to Krishna, Aho Bhagyam, Nanda Gopa Vrajakasham, Tan Mitram Paramananda Purna Brahma Sanatanam. He's saying, how far? Aho Bhagyam, Aho Bhagyam. Brahmaji is saying that. He is the CEO of this whole universe, and he is saying, Aho Bhagyam, these Gop Kumaras are so fortunate, so fortunate. Why? Because their friend is Parabrahma Krishna. Parabrahm Krishna. So the bhagya is not what we achieve outside. Bhagya is how much we are connected with Krishna or Krishna Seva, Krishna Nam. So that is the real bhagya, real luck. Real luck, no, luck is not like $1 million lottery mil gaya. Anand Prabhu, maza aayega? $1 million. Unless you put it for Krishna Seva, then it's very nice. Otherwise, that $1 million, $1 trillion, it may look nice for some time, but then it will end. So Vahya Sparshes Asaktatma. So four qualities of the Bhakta, of the vision of the Bhakta is given in this verse. Vahya Sparshes Asaktatma. Anything which comes from outer senses and so-called gives us sukha, he's not attached with that. He's fully convinced in his heart, I will not get happiness with something outside in the material world. He's fully convinced. Second, Vindati Atmani. He is feeling sukha in Atma, in inside, in inward, which means in transcendence, in spirituality. He's not looking sukha outside, he's looking sukha inside. Third, Sa Brahma Yogic Atma. He's constantly connected with Brahma, Supreme, Krishna, always. He's always remembering Krishna. What will be the result? Sukham akshayam ashnute. Ashnami pretatmana, 926. Ashnami means receive. So he will receive. What he will receive? Sukham akshayam. So why we are not happy in the modern world, Rohan Prabhu? Based on this verse, can you respond?
So based on this verse,
what will be your response?
So based on this verse, we are attracted to the external field of senses, and so that's the material sense of pleasure. So we don't have.
Can you read that line, Prabhuji? Tell me.
Line will be the line should be Bhaya Sparsheshu.
Bahya Sparsheshu Bahya. So Anta and Bahya Sparsheshu means touching. Touching means senses getting in contact with the sense objects. Asaktatma. So instead of Asaktatma, what we are doing right now, Saktatma. We are very asakta. So because we are asakta, in which sukha? Bahari sukha. Because we are constantly feeling, however we can accumulate, and then we'll become very happy. But happiness actually got nothing to do with how much money or bank balance you have in your bank account. There are some basic needs of all human beings, and that's fine. But that increase in bank balance will not increase your happiness. If this was the case, all the Tata, Birla, all the big celebrities, hero, heroine, they'll be very happy. But you hear, I've heard in a lecture, 75% of the CEO, 75%, there's a figure, is not a Hare Krishna figure, is outside figure. 75% of the CEO take antidepressant on a daily basis. Daily basis, they are taking antidepressant, 75% of the CEOs. Another 25% they don't do. Why? They have understood the value of meditation in yoga, so they're doing that. So if the money bank balance will increase your happiness, then why these people are committing suicide? So many big celebrities, they commit suicide. But they should be very happy because they have a lot of money. Because money does not make them happy. Money actually brings anxiety after certain levels. There's research done, I think by Oxford University, I read it somewhere. It says up to 200 or 300,000 is a limit. Up to 200,000, the happiness increases as the salary increases. After that, actually, there is no correlation between happiness and money. Rather, it's a statement given, rather money, extra money brings anxiety in life. So if you ever dreaming about big monies, you can dream if you want to make a big temple, but materially speaking, money is not going to bring happiness. Fame is not going to bring happiness. It's Krishna or Krishna's seva which is going to bring happiness. Okay, Aditya Prabhu, you're clear? If someone asks you why people are unhappy, this is the verse. Why people are fighting, which verse you will quote, Aditya Prabhu?
The previous verse, Prabhu.
5:18 Vidyavanay Sampanne Brahmane Gavyastin, because they are not Samadarshi. They think you are a particular community, I am particular community. We are different. As soon as I see you, I should kill you. And you see me, you kill me as soon as the opportunity arises. If the people become Samdarshi, they'll become happy actually. And then the next step will be Vahya Asaktatna. Forget happiness in the outside world. And then Vindati Atmani. From inside, you become happy. And that's why you see devotees are so happy. Externally, they may not have much possessions. Okay, one quote Prabhupada has given, I would like to read, very beautiful. Sri Yamunacharya, he is a guru of Ramanujacharya, a great saint. He has given this verse, which Prabhupada has quoted actually in many purports, which we should read. This is related to the first line, Vahe Sparshes Asaktatma. So Prabhupada writes the best pleasure in this material world. Let's read Prabhupada words here. Since I've been engaged in the transcendental loving service, this is Yamunacharya speaking, realizing ever new pleasure in him, in Krishna. Whenever I think of the sex pleasure, I spit at the thought and my lips curl with distaste. So Prabhupada is saying the highest pleasure in terms of matter is sex pleasure. The whole world is moving under its spell, and the materialist cannot work at all without this motivation. But a Krishna conscious person can work with greater vigor without sex pleasure, which he avoids. This is the test of a spiritual person, a spiritually realized person. So materially speaking, these pleasures may sound very, very attractive, very tempting. But actually speaking, when you have connection with Krishna, Yamunacharya is saying, I spit at the thought, my lips curl with distaste. They're completely satisfied in Krishna Nam and Krishna Seva. They don't need to have these external pleasures. Okay. Let's read 522 and we'll come back to 521 for a connection. Who would like to go next? Shobit Prabhu?
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Ye him sansparshaja bhoga dukha yonya evate agyantamanta konteya nate shuramate buddha. Meaning, an intelligent person does not take part in pleasures which are due to contact with the material senses. O son of Kunti, such pleasures are the source of misery and have a beginning and an end. And so the wise man does not delight in them.
Thank you. Now let's read the first line of 521. So 521 is very important because just by saying this as theory, in life it doesn't work. So maybe we can say, okay, Vahe Sparsha Sastatna, you should be detached from all the external sense pleasures. We can say this line. But just by saying this line, Ayush Prabhu, does our mentality change? No. So we have to become intellectually convinced. So Krishna is trying to Prabhupada here by giving this nice verse. Krishna also understands the mentality of a conditioned jiva. He gives 522. So this is expansion on this first line. How you can reach to this goal that any Vahe Sparsh comes, you are asaktatma, you're not attached to it, you're not attracted to it, you're not tempted for it. So this is 522. Beautiful verse, very, very famous verse, one of the key verses as well. So let's read this verse. Why you should be unattached with the external sense pleasure? Yehi sansparshaja bhoga. Sansparsh also. So if you read 521, isparsheshva, sansparsha. Same word, touching. Again, as I said, touching is not just by hand or your skin, touching by eyes, ears, nose, everything. Senses and sense objects just called touch. So yehi sansparshaja bhoga. What does bhoga mean? Anyone? Bhoga word is very important actually.
Enjoyment.
Enjoyment more. Can anyone say more? Bhoga word comes so many places. Even in our home, we use every day. Bhoga hai ki prasad hai? Is it bhoga or prasad? Flowers also we say bhoga or prasad. What does it mean? Bhoga
Material
means?
enjoyment.
No.
So Prabhu,
unoffered.
That's what.
Unoffered.
Yeah, I was going to say. Yeah, if we haven't offered something to Krishna,
that's called
that
bhoga.
becomes bhoga.
Yes.
But if we have offered something to Krishna, that becomes prasad.
Thank you. Very nice. So bhoga and prasad. So bhoga means enjoyment. Or one thing is available for enjoyment, right? But what we do we consume bhoga or prasad? We all, I'm sure, we consume prasad, not bhoga. Anything is bhoga, we say, no, we don't even smell flowers actually. Now, for a purpose of, okay, if this bunch of flower will give happiness to Krishna, we may sometimes. But the point is we offer everything to Krishna. Because when Krishna has consumed it, then when we consume, it becomes prasad, and that's purifying. If we take bhoga itself will lead to misery. So we don't take bhoga, we take prasad. So yehi sansparshaja bhoga, the bhogas, the enjoyment which comes from sparsha or touch. Touch again Means senses and sense objects get in touch with each other. What it will lead to? Dukkha yonaye. It will lead to not only dukkha, it's the word is not dukkha, the word is dukkha yonai. What does yoni means? Species. You will not only get dukkha, you will be thrown into a species where you'll get dukkha. Let's read why that will happen. Adyantavantaha Kaunteya. Kaunteya refers to obviously Arjuna. Adi and Anta. So what is their word? Adi. Adi refers to beginning and Anta refers to end. Because these bhogas, which we find outside material bhogas, have a Adi and Anta. They begin at one stage and they finish at one stage. What does this mean? Suppose you are watching a movie of your favorite hero and favorite heroine, for example. Movie starts at 3 o'clock. When it will finish, Shobit Prabhu?
Prabhu, sometimes it's sort of 1.5 hours, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours,
Oh,
5 hours.
they don't make 3 hours movie anymore? When
Oh,
we were
now,
young, 3 hours movie.
yeah, Prabhu. I mean, now it's like, from
Quite
1.5
short, huh?
hours to 4 hours as well. Somebody has made a movie recently of 4 hours.
Anyway, generally speaking, so movies, cricket match, 6 hours. I don't know cricket match. How does it come one day? 5, 6, 7 hours, something like that, right? They have a Adi, they have a Anta. Generally speaking, in the material world, you see there are 3 aspects for everyone. Everyone. Sometimes you want to achieve something. You want to achieve, I don't know, a bungalow, for example, a very nice bungalow your neighbor has. You want to achieve it. But because due to job, you have a limited earning capacity, you have other conditions in your life, you cannot achieve that house. Even buying a one-bedroom flat these days is very difficult. What to speak of bungalow, huh? So first thing they say, to achieve these pleasures, they may be unattainable. You cannot attain it because of different situations. Suppose somehow or other you work very, very hard and get enough money, get enough loan and blah, blah, blah. You buy a bungalow. You get the thing of your dream, for example. You get it somehow or other. But when you start consuming it, you feel like, Arey, itna bhi acha nahi hai. This is not as good as I dreamt about it. Sometimes, even in Prashadam sense, sometimes you aspire for pizza or whatever, something like that. And that day the pizza will be burnt. The pizza will be so hard, you're like, ye to acha pizza nahi hai. Whatever, sometimes you dream for it. First, you don't get it. Even if you get it, it's not palatable. It's not so tasty. Even if it is tasty, how many pizzas you can have? Mira Mataji, you like pizza? Suppose you are given unlimited trays of pizza. Mata, you can have as many pizzas as you want. How many can you have, Mira Mata?
Maybe 4, 5 slices at
4,
max.
5, 6, 8, 10. And after 10, you like,
I reach my marginal utility.
Then you'll say, Prabhuji, for next 3 weeks, no pizza. I need roti. So, material pleasures are like that. First, you don't get it. They are unattainable. Even if you get it, they are unpalatable. They may not be as tasty or as you were dreaming or as your expectations were there. Sometimes people want someone in their life. And they want, I want that person in my life. Yes, 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 yes. Once they get that person in the life, what happens after 3 years? Anantesham Prabhu will tell. I will not tell. Or within 3 years. Bhakti Rasamanu was just saying, if you want to be happy for 6 months, you get married. Maharaj is saying, I'm not saying, so don't blame me. You want to be happy for 6 months, you get married. You want to be happy for a day, you cook a good meal. You want to be happy for 6 months, you get married. If you want to be happy for the whole life, grow a garden. And you want to be happy for all the lives, become a devotee of Hari. Because where there is Hari, there is no worry. So eventually we want to become devotees of Hari. All the other things, we respect them and we give appropriate values to them. But after a while, we know they're not going to give us supreme happiness at all. So Adyantavanta Konte. What are the 3 aspects, Ram Santosh Prabhuji? First aspect, material pleasures are? Quickly. What are the 3 qualities of material sense pleasure?
Is
Srinivas Prabhu helping?
Yeah, dukkha.
No. I said 3 aspects. Who can say? Anyone else? Quickly.
Beginning and end, bro.
Beginning and end. Okay. But what are the three qualifications which I just gave? They are unattainable, they are unpalatable, they are unretainable. You cannot retain them for a long time. You can have it for some time, even if you get it, they're not so tasty, they're not so enjoyable, and even if you can enjoy them, you can only enjoy them up to a max limit of 4-5 slices of pizza. You love ice cream. I say, Prabhu, have as much as you want. There's a 10 liter of ice cream. Sanjay Vyas Prabhu will start eating 1 cup, 2 cup, 3 cup, and after fourth he will say, Prabhuji, ho gaya. No more ice cream, huh? And then we get actually distracted with that particular sense object or whatever else. Huh? So the three qualities are who can repeat quickly. Material pleasure, three characteristic.
Unattainable, unpenetable, and I forgot the third one.
Unpalatable. So palatable means taste. Unpalatable. That's the second. And third is unretainable. You cannot retain them. Huh? Even if you retain them for your whole life. Yes, Prabhu, what will happen after your life? You have to leave them behind, isn't it? Yes, Prabhu earned $5 billion worth of property, for example. He already has. He's a billionaire. Huh? What happens, Prabhuji, when you leave your body? Can you take this property with you?
Nothing,
Is it retainable or unretainable?
not at all retainable.
Is it attainable? This target?
Don't think so attainable.
Not attainable. And you get it, you be like, by God, so much tension comes with it. One very big crorepati in India, he came to Prabhupada and he said, Prabhupada, I have 30 factories, 3 factories in Jaipur, 5 factories in Mumbai, and 10 in Delhi, this and that. But I'm in so much tension, Prabhupada. What should I do? Prabhupada said, give all your factories to me, and then you can chant Hare Krishna peacefully. And he said, Prabhupada, I'll come back. He never came back. So they have so much tension just because of these factories and money. Many times money brings anxiety, unless again used for Krishna. Okay, so Adyantavanta Konte, they have a Adi, they have a Anta, and in between that we have these three characteristics. Konte na teshu ramate. So teshu means in those bhogas, those enjoyment, na ramate. Ramte refers to Ramante Yogino Ante. Prabhupada writes this verse from Padma Puran. This is for Sri Ram. So Ramana means to get enjoyment. So na ramate, they are not going to get enjoyment. Who is not going to get enjoyment in these bhogas? Buddha. Buddha means wise. Wise people do not enjoy in this material things. Why? Because they have a adi and they have a anta. And in between whatever you get is what? Dukkha. Now, analogy is given. I probably you like cheese
If
sandwich?
it's offered, bro.
Okay, yeah, okay, I'm taking like that. Okay, offered cheese sandwich chalega. What other types of sandwiches Mataji's make? Tell me some different sandwich names. Fatafat. What other kinds of sandwiches we have in the world? Priya Mata, you make sandwiches at home?
Yeah, just my toasty purpose is just a cheese and a toast.
Yeah, cheese sandwich. What else?
Avocado and tomatoes.
Avocado, tomato sandwich. Sulekha Mata, which sandwich you offer to Krishna? Koi aur? Arre, people cannot think of
Veg club sandwich.
Huh?
Veg club sandwich.
Veg club sandwich. The reason I'm asking, so next meeting you're going to make this, okay? Anyway, no, I'm not requesting that. We are meeting on 19th of April. I think Yash Prabhu has posted, so 19th April in-person class at Srinivas Prabhu's house. Anyway, you can meditate on sandwich. And that meditation relates to this verse. I'm not asking sandwich separately. So a sandwich is made up of 3 parts. What are the 3 parts? Ram Santosh, he makes nice sandwich. When I went, he offered me sandwich. What are the 3 parts of a sandwich? There's an upper lobe, there's a lower lobe, and in between we have cheese. Right? Everyone agrees with that or no? Now,
Yes, sir.
which part is the higher portion in the sandwich? Actually, the loaves are the higher portion. Cheese is very thin slice, isn't it? One time I was in Vrindavan, I bought a sandwich. It said cheese sandwich. And then after I purchased, I was eating, I'm like, where's cheese in that? I could not find cheese. So I opened the sandwich, I was looking at the light, thin slice of cheese. There's no such taste of cheese. Huh? So if someone gives you a cheating sandwich, Anand Krishna Prabhu, There's no cheese. He sells you for cheese sandwich, but there's no cheese. What do you call that person? Pagal bana diya. You're cheating me. Huh?
Yeah,
You're
yes.
calling his cheese sandwich, there's no cheese. Or the existence of cheese is very, very minimal. All you're tasting a dry bread when you're eating the sandwich. So he said, our material pleasures are like these sandwiches. First is the loaf of hankering. Bottom is the loaf of lamentation. Hankering means you hanker, hanker, hanker. When I'm going to get that bungalow, when I'm going to get that position, when I'm going to get this much money, when I'm going to get that person. Hankering, hankering, hankering. You're in anxiety. And then you get little slice of cheese, which is a little pleasure of 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and then lamentation. Hey Bhagwan, Dashrath Maharaj got married to Kaikeyi with so much expectation, and then Dashrath was lamenting. Why I got this person in my house? Huh? It's a story of Kaikeyi's father and mother as well. So Kaikeyi belonged to a desh called Kaikeya. Kaikeya actually is called Russia. Kaikeyi was a Russian lady. She was from Russia or from that land. Kaikeyi actually is called peacocks. So peacock land, which is Russia, was there. And she was very, very beautiful, materially very, very beautiful. Like Suruchi also, materially very beautiful. And Uttanpad or Dashrath Maharaj was very much attached to them. And there's a story given why Kaikeyi behaved the way she behaved with Lord Ram. The story is given for her parents. So it's in Kaikeya Desh, the king was very, very religious king. But his one wife, the main wife that time, was a bit cruel actually. The king, by serving sages, he had achieved a boon that he could understand the language of all the birds and all the animals. But the sage said, you can listen, you can relish, you cannot tell anyone what you have heard. So if two birds are talking, you can listen and understand what they're talking, you cannot share with anyone else. So one day, the king and the queen was just roaming around in the private garden in their palace. So king heard a conversation between two birds and he started laughing. He started laughing. And the sage said, if you tell what you have heard, you will die on the spot. So when king heard the conversation between two birds, he started laughing. So the queen asked, why are you laughing, my dear husband? So husband said, because these two birds are talking something which is very jovial, so I'm laughing. So the queen said, tell me what they are conversing about. And king said, I can't tell you. She said, no, you must tell me. He said, don't you remember the condition of the sage? If I tell you, I'm going to die. And she said, that doesn't matter, but you must tell me. King got shocked. King got shocked. And he had little bit of similar experiences with this lady in the past. Actually, he had to throw her out. They say because she was very harsh with the husband, Keki also followed in the footsteps. She became at one stage very harsh with the husband. Husband was going to die, but she did not change. She did not change her mind. She was very much stubborn. That's one part of the Leela. Anyway, so many times these things happen and they throw us. We think this Rajya, so Keki thought this Rajya will bring happiness to me, to my Bharat. Actually, it became Dukh Yone. It thrown her into the yoni, the species of dukkha. Bharat never called her as mother afterwards, never. So Dukhyana also refers to in species of dukkha. That means you'll get another species like that where you'll be unhappy. So it says material sense pleasure is like a cheese sandwich where you have a big loaf on the top of hankering. When I'm going to get it, how I'm going to get it, and the bottom loaf of lamentation. And in between, you may have some flickering sukha. We're not denying that, but that's very, very flickering sukha. And then it goes. Huh? So it's a hankering, cheese, and then lamentation. So that's why an intelligent person, Buddha, wise person, does not seek outside pleasure. He's always vindati atmani yat sukham. He's always seeking pleasure inwards. Huh? So this is a very, very important verse. If we can understand this, the first line of 521 becomes clear to us why we should be detached from external sense gratification, because it will lead to dukkha. It has a beginning, it has an end, and Buddha, wise person, do not ramate, do not take pleasure in that. One thing I will read and I'll come to you, Supriya Mataji. Prabhupada writes a beautiful verse from Padma Puran, Ramante Yogino Anante. So you do not take pleasure in sense gratification, that's fine. Where do you seek your sense gratification? Real gratification. In Ram. Ramante Yogino Anante. All the yogis, not even materialistic people, even yogis, Ramate. And how much they Ramate means lot of sukha, internal sukha. They feel so much pleasure. Ananta sukha. Ramante yogunante satyanande chitatmani iti ramapade nashu param brahm abhidiyate. That parabrahm which is known as Ram, who is the pleasure house of sukha. And yogis, bhakti yogis, gyan yogis, if they're intelligent, they all do their raman, their satisfaction. Where does it come from? From Ram. Now, Ram refers to obviously Ram Nam, Ram Seva, and all the glories of Ram. So, our actual Ananda should come from Ram. It says, where there is Ram, there is Aram. Aram means comfort. Where there is no Ram, there is only Kam. Kam means lust, and lust means anxiety. So, if you want real Aram, real comfort, go to Lord Ram, Krishna. But if you want calm, then dukkha yona evate. So you'll get a lot of species of dukkha. Okay, Supriya Mataji.
Prabhuji, as you said, bhoga is something materialistic and prasad is different. But not in ISKCON temples. Other temples, priest says, Bhagwan ka bhog lag raha hai. Is this that one materialistic or prasad?
So ideally they are right. Actually, bhog lag raha hai means they have offered the bhoga. So bhoga is also mean in a good sense. In Hindi they call incense. They call naivedya. Naivedya means something which can be offered to the Lord. Like when we have a blind definition of bhoga which is not offered. So you can say meat is also not offered. For example, alcohol bottle not offered. Can I offer alcohol bottle to Krishna? It will become prasad alcohol. No, we can't do that. So bhoga has to be naivedya. Naivedya means one which is offerable. There are certain things which you cannot offer, certain things you can offer. So within bhoga also you can say it's naivedya. Naivedya means what you can offer. So when in mandir they say bhog lag raha hai, they are right. So they offered dal, roti, sabji, whatever. That is bhoga. And now Lord is eating, and that has come out. Now they don't distinguish too much on that. I agree, but that's a technical meaning of that word. So bhoga, naivedya, prasad, they are, they have their individual meanings and significance.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Let's go 523. Yeah, this is very beautiful verse. So 521, what is the important, Ayush Prabhu, what's the important line for us? Asadhaka, I'm saying. There are many important lines here.
For 521, it's Bhaya Sparshis
Asaktatma. So this is the theme for again a sadhaka. Now eventually you can say Sukham Aksham Ashunte, but okay, we're just carrying a theme here. So why Asaktatma? Then in 522, what Krishna says, why you should do this, right? He trying to understand the significance of this line in 522. So I'll go to 522. The significance of this line is dukkha yona evate. They will bring dukkha. Don't worry about it. Okay. What is in 523? Again, Arjun is asking this question, for example, okay, I understand I should not be attached to the Vahya Sparsha, external sense gratificatory objects, because they will bring dukkha. But Krishna, how long I have to stay away from these external sense gratifications? Aditya Prabhu, valid question? Mama says you are following fasting. Mama, how long? When is the parent time? Do we ask this question? Only I have this question. Everyone else is transcendental. How long? We always say that. When is this brata is going to finish? Today's sunset fasting, moonrise fasting, midnight fasting. How long is always there? So Krishna understands our mind. So Krishna is giving this verse to answer your question for how long you should not enjoy external sense gratification. Let's read this verse. Beautiful verse. Who wants? Sanjay Vyas Prabhuji, you want to read?
Yeah, Prabhuji. Shaknutev yasodhum praksharira vimokshanat kama krodhodbhavam vegam sayukta sasukhi naraha. Before giving up this present body, if one is able to tolerate the urges of the material senses and check the force of desire and anger, he is well situated and is happy in this world.
Okay, so Shaknoti have yasodham. So Krishna is saying to Arjuna, your question is how long you have to tolerate? The answer is Shaknoti. Shaknoti, you should be able to. Sodhum refers to tolerate. You should be able to tolerate yaha Prak Sharir Vimokshana, till you leave your body. So till how long we have to tolerate these urges of sense gratification, external sense gratification? Prak Sharir Vimokshana. So it's
Whole
not
life.
like only when you are 20 to 30 you tolerate. After 30 desires go away, Anand Krishna Prabhu?
No, Prabhu.
No. After 40?
Never in this body.
Ayush Prabhu, after 50 as well, it doesn't go. I'm sorry. Acharyas are saying, I'm not saying, I'm not 50 yet. I may be, I'm not yet. Srinivas Prabhu, he's above 50. Prabhu, your material, he doesn't have any material desire. I'm asking the wrong person. Okay, but for a material person, Prabhu, after 50 desires go away, material desires, either Srinivas Prabhu?
No, Prabhuji.
No, arre, sorry, no, bolo. Supriya Mata, after 60 desires go away?
No, Prabhu.
Arre, no. After 70 it must go away. No 70 plus here. Our Acharya says desires never go, as Anand Krishna Prabhu said, even till the time of death. One time Akbar and Birbal was talking to each other, and Birbal was saying, when you grow old, your mind will go more into Krishna and not into the material things. And Birbal said the same thing, but Maharaj, it doesn't work that way. We're always desiring the sense gratification, sense gratificatory thoughts. And Akbar said, no, you're wrong. And Birbal said, okay, I'll tell you one day. I'll tell you one day. So one day they heard a news that one of their relatives was dying. He was like 90-year-old man. He was about to die. So Akbar said, chalo, we have to go and see him because he's going to leave his body soon. So Birbal said, yes, Maharaj, but can you take your youngest daughter with you? Akbar had a youngest daughter, very beautiful, very young. So Akbar said, no problem. He trusted Birbal. So three of them walked into that room. And what Birbal did, he put the daughter right in front of the bed towards the leg. And they stood on the next to the bed. So they were on the side, daughter was standing right at the feet of that old person. And this old person started staring this young daughter of Akbar. And while he was staring, he left his body. He did not even realize the king and minister is also there. And Birbal said to Akbar, look at this. Look at this. He's 90-year-old. Desires have not gone. Desires have not gone. Huh? So this is material world. One time Prabhupada was traveling with one of his disciples on the plane. And the plane steward, they serve some food stuffs and other things. And she was very beautiful. So this disciple started staring at that flight steward. And Prabhupada saw that my disciple is staring this lady constantly. And after some time, disciple realized that my guru has caught me while I'm looking at this lady. And Prabhupada did not get angry at the disciple. He said, isn't she beautiful? He was so embarrassed. He was so embarrassed. And he just put his eyes down. And then Prabhupada said a beautiful thing. He said, if the spark is so beautiful, how beautiful will be Krishna? So we always get attracted towards the sparks. We all get attracted. But look at where the spark is coming from. If we can look that, then we can respect the spark, but we can love the root of that spark. We can love Krishna. So look at the root. Wise people are looking at the root. They do not deny the material world, but they say this is not everything. Root is everything. Okay, so coming back to this verse. Yeah, why I give the example Akbar Bibras, Prak Sharir Vimokshana. Till the time you have your body, desires will be there. Desires will not go just because you are getting old. Many people get old and they still go to so many other things, nonsense things. Anyway, so you should be able to tolerate till you leave your body. Why? Kama Krodh Udbhavam Vegam. Udbhavam refers to Janma. The Vega, the urges which comes from lust and anger. Lust and anger, two strong enemies we all have. So Kam Krodha Udbhavam Vegam Sa Yuktaha Sa Sukhi Naraha. One who is able to tolerate the urges which arise from Kama and Krodha, from lust and anger, till the time he is leaving his body. Sayukta, who is situated in that sort of mentality, Sasukhi Naraha. Sasukhi Naraha. If you want to be a Sukhi Naraha, what you should do, Rajesh Prabhu? What you should do? Kam, Krodh, Udbhavam, Vegam, Sodhum. Sodhum word is important. Sodhum mane tolerate. You have to tolerate the Vegas. Till how long? Not 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, till the time you do your graduation. No. Prak Sharir Vimokshanat. Till how long you have to cut your nails and hair, Rajesh Prabhu?
Until we leave the body.
Until
We leave the body.
until we leave the body, huh? So you cannot say, I've cut my hair yesterday, so today hair will not come. No, hair will come, huh? Hair will come. Some people have less hair. That's a different story. Nails will come, huh? So you have to cut. Ayush Prabhu, even if you are brahmachari, you have to cut your nails, cut your hair. Hair will not excuse, oh, now he's a brahmachari. Don't grow for a brahmachari. No, they will come. So desires will come. How long? Till the time you leave the body. What you have to do, a yogi will do, they will shaknoti have yasor, he will tolerate. Huh? Is it clear, everyone? If you are able to do that, sasukhi nara. Ram Santosh, if you are not able to do that, what will be the opposite of this? So if you're not able to tolerate, what will be the result? That's my question.
Okay, well, you would obviously like fall into the material senses, right? Like you will fall into trap of the lust and stuff.
Yeah. So you can say sadukhi nara.
Sadukhi nara.
Sadukhi nara. Simple. You can speak Sanskrit. So if you have the mentality, you're a sukhi. If you don't have, sadukhi nara. You want to be dukhi, you can be dukhi, no problem. Huh? Many people are dukhi. But if you want to be sukhi, Krishna is giving a sutra here. Yes, Supriya Mataji.
Prabhuji, because we are practicing in Krishna consciousness, we are not perfect like Arjuna.
Yeah.
So how can we control it? It's Ichha desire, we cannot stop it. Krodha,
Absolutely.
like before Australia, I was in India, Radha Madan Mohan Mandir, Sai Baba, and Mataji said, देखो मेरे प्रभु जी को अभी इतना लेक्चर दे रहे हैं, घर जाके 10 मिनट खाना लेट हो जाए, पूरा रूप बदल जाएगा. So how can we control it?
Yes, very nice question, Mata. Very practical question. Step by step, gradually. Huh? So nothing happens overnight. You cannot achieve anything overnight in this material world. Suppose Shashank Prabhu, you go to gym. He's a brahmachari.
No, bro.
No.
No.
Suppose you are going to gym. How long will it take for you to become six pack? Tell me. Hypothetically. Overnight?
2-3 weeks.
2-3 weeks.
2-3 months. If you
Ore
intensely do
Bro
work
is
out.
already six pack. That's
already six packs.
It's like that's Prabhu is very close then.
Good personality. Anyway, nothing wrong with good personality. The point which I'm trying to make, if you want to become very materially also attractive, with say dumbbells, you lift your weight and your t-shirts are, you can show in the t-shirt that you have a body. You know, some people wear a very tight t-shirt just to show their dole shole. Anyway, they work pretty hard for weeks and months and months and months. So Supriya Mataji, nothing in the material world also you achieve overnight. So things takes time. So in Krishna consciousness also, sahat nishayat dhairyat. So nothing changes overnight. So Prabhuji is giving lecture. That's nice. And when he goes home, Prasad is 10 minutes late. He's angry. But he's in the journey. We should appreciate. So slowly, 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 these things will go. We all have to work on it. But it will happen. It will happen. But nothing to be expected overnight from anyone, including ourselves. So tonight we'll become a pure devotee.
Okay, Prabhu. So by practicing chanting and reading books, it will be gradually not at the level it is our desires and krodha.
Yes, every
Okay.
other kalmasha in your body, every kalmasha in your body, in your consciousness will go away by serving Krishna. It's guaranteed. It's guaranteed.
Okay.
How long it will take? Depending on how sincerely we are attacking these enemies. Some people are working with a speed of like a kachua, like a turtle. Some are going with, hyper supersonic, 1,000 kilometers an hour. But one day, this kachua, turtles, and supersonic, they all reach destination because Lord Ram is very, very kind. He loved the Hanumanji. He also loved the squirrel. You heard that story? So Hanumanji loves services of squirrel as well as Hanuman. So some are Hanuman, some are squirrels. Squirrels also welcome. Any squirrels here? I'm a squirrel. So others are all Hanumanji, as they are not raising the hand. Anyway, Hanumans or squirrels, both welcome to Lord Ram. Lord Ram is very kind. So take your time, but keep progressing towards Lord Ram. Okay, let's go to the next verse. 524. Who wants to do? Fatafat. Rajesh Prabhu.
योऽन्तः आरामस्तथान्तर् ज्योतिरेव य स योगी ब्रह्मनिर्वाणं ब्रह्मभूतोऽधिगच्छति. One whose happiness is within, who is active and rejoices within, and whose aim is inward is actually the perfect mystic. He is liberated in the Supreme, and ultimately he attains the Supreme.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Now, you see the word antaha has come 3 times in this verse. Yo antaha sukha, antar aramas, antar jyotir. Is it okay? So, antaha, antaha, antaha. What does antaha means, Yash Prabhu? Inward. Isn't it? Not bahya. So Ayush Prabhu 521 we're saying Bahya Sparshe. So Krishna is carrying the same theme. So one he's trying to disprove the material world, one is trying to prove the inner world. Is it clear? So he's trying to prove both ends. So material world, outside things will not give happiness, inwardly things will give happiness. So antaha, antaha, antaha. So yo anta sukho, what does it mean? Who can say? Very difficult? Anta sukh. So we have to rejoice in where? Anta. Anta aramas. Aram everyone knows. We're always ready for aram, comfort. Some comfortable situation. So that also you should look inwards. Antah jyoti. So Antah jyoti Prabhupada writes, aiming within. So we are aiming, our goals is also within. Eva yaha sa yogi brahma nirvanam. Not brahma nirvan. Okay, before we do brahma nirvan, let's do nirvan. Nirvan word is made up of Ban. Ban everyone knows? Dhanush Ban. Dhanush means bow and arrow. So arrow in Hindi or Sanskrit is called Ban. Does arrow give pleasure or pain? If someone throws an arrow towards you, Aish Prabhu, you'll be happy? Real arrow, suppose. So arrow, one meaning of arrow is dukkha, Ban. In Sanskrit, Ban means dukkha. So nirvan means, what does nirvan mean? Aditya Prabhu? Nirvan.
Not dukha.
Not dukkha. Thank you so much. So nirvan word is used in Buddhist as well. Nirvan. So actually nirvan technically mean, I'm not going to Buddhist philosophy in this one. Nirvan means no dukkha. Now which is that situation we'll get no dukkha? Brahma nirvan. Unless you are situated transcendentally, can you get nirvan? We all trying to get nirvan in this material world by external things. It's not possible. If you want to get nirvan, that means sukha, real sukha. No ban is there. Ban means dukkha. In our life, there are so many bans are there. So we want nirvan. The nirvan will only come when you are connected with Brahma, Supreme. So for that, what you have to do? 3 things you have to do. Antah sukha, antah aramas, antah jyotir. So if you do those 3 things, what will happen? Sa yogi brahma nirvanam brahma bhuto adhigachati. He will ultimately attain the supreme. Other people will not. So discouraging the vahya and encouraging inner world again and again and again. Anta sukha, anta aramas, anta jyoti. Aiming within, looking comforts inside, and looking happiness inwards. Rejoicing inside, and he who's active, who's happy within, who is active and rejoices within. So anta, anta, anta. 25. Similar continuation, beautiful verse. Who wants to read? Garima Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji. Labante Brahma Nirvanam Shinam
Rishayaha.
Rishya
Rishi word.
Rishya Shina Kalmasha Chena Dve Idha Yatatmana Sarva Bhuta Hite Rata. Those who are beyond the dualities that arises from doubts, whose minds are engaged within, who are always busy working for the welfare of all living beings, and who are free from all sins, achieve liberation in the Supreme.
Thank you, Mata. So now the previous verse, let's put 524. Sa yogi brahma nirvanam. So that yogi will achieve nirvana in Brahma, in Supreme. He will achieve nirvana. Now, Krishna continues the same theme in 525 and tells you more detail about it. Labhante Brahma Nirvanam. How are you going to achieve the Brahma Nirvana? Krishna says there are 4 things which you have to do to achieve Brahma Nirvana. Means achieving happiness in Brahma, in transcendence, in Supreme. What are the four things? Rishayaha. Now, just on that, I was talking about Kakeya Desh in Sanskrit. In English, that Kakeya Desh actually is Russia. It says Russia is made up of word Rishi. So this is the Desh of Rishis as well. So in that Russia, in that part of the world, many Rishis were there. So from Rishis come Russia. And anyone knows Australia comes from Astrale. Astron ka alay. Perth comes from Parth. It says someone was saying, so Parth Arjun used to come to Perth. Anyone from Perth here? We have Darwin close to Perth. Anyway, so Astralay. Alay means Vidyalay, for example, Dukhalay, Astralay, where all the weapons. So Arjun will come here and test his weapons actually. And Maharaj was telling this in a class. So Perth is Partha, Russia is Rishi, Rishiyon ka desh, and Australia is Astralay. Anyway, Rishayaha, Shina Kalmashaha. So Rishi was to Rishi, Muni, who are seeking joy within. They are not seeking joy outside. That's why they are Rishi. So Rishi, Muni, sometimes they have different meanings as well, but one thing is common. They are seeking joy within. So Rishaya, Shina Kalmasha. Kalmasha, everyone knows contamination, Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Mad, Matsar. Shina. Shina refers to they get destroyed. So Rishis, Kalmashas get destroyed. Or another meaning you can say, whose Kalmashas are destroyed, he's a Rishi. Isn't it? Otherwise, he's a normal person. So if your Chin Kalmashas are destroyed, Chinna Dvaidaha. So Dvaida refers to dualities. So who does not feel any duality? What are the dualities? I'll ask it again. Ayush Prabhu knows the verse. Give me the verse if you can.
I don't know the verse, Prabhu.
Okay, no problem.
Dualities I know. Sita
Sita Ushna, Sukha
Sita Ushna
Dukha,
and Manapan.
Manapan. Thank you, Prabhu. They are the 6 dualities, 6.7, Prabhu, for your reference. So if a person does not get impacted by these 6 dualities, it's called Chinna. Chinna, understand in Hindi? Chinna Bhinna, destroy. So Dvaida, his dualities are destroyed. Yat Atmanaha, and he's constantly working on Atma. Atma means here mind. So Itatmana, engaged in self-realization, is constantly working towards it. Last thing, Sarva Bhut Hite Rataha. Sarva Bhut refers to all the living entities. Hita refers to benefit. Rata means engaged. He is engaged in constantly benefiting other jivas. So what are the 4 things given? If I just read in Sanskrit for a minute. Shin Kalmasha, he doesn't have any sinful propensity in him. He is out of duality. The dualities does not impact him. We are not saying dualities does not come to him. Dualities will come. Sukha, Dukha will come. Every person has to go through all this. But he does not get impacted by it. Yat Atmanaha, he is always engaged in the practices of self-realization. Sarva Bhutite Rata, he is constantly trying to give benefit. He is a very suhrad, he is very well-wisher of other living entities. If you have these 4 things, what will be the result? Lavante Brahma Nirvanam, you will achieve Brahma Nirvana. Or other way, if you want to achieve Brahma Nirvana, you have to have 4 things. Who can say these 4 things quickly? Garima Mata, in Sanskrit.
Kshina Kalmasha,
1,
China Dvaida,
2,
Yata Atmana,
3.
Sarva Bhuta Hiterata.
Thank you. So if you have these 4 things, what will the result, Mataji?
You will achieve Brahm Nirvana.
Sanskrit?
Brahm Nirvana.
ऊपर लवंते
Lavante.
लवंते लाभ होगा आपको क्या लाभ होगा ब्रह्म निर्वाण. Is it clear? So now you can translate. Even with the closed eyes, you can translate the words. Very easy. So this is very, very important. If you want to achieve this supreme Brahman, happiness and transcendence, you have to have 4 things. One thing I will mention and then stop the class. Many times, again, from practical perspectives, we say, what are these Hare Krishnas are doing? What are these yogis are doing? What are they doing for the world? Now, clearly, Bhagavad Gita is mentioned. This is just one reference. There are many more. One reference saying, Sarva Bhut Hite Rataha. A yogi is always, no matter what yogi, we're not even talking about that. A yogi who is connected with the Supreme is always concerned about how he is going to benefit others. If you are a swarthi person, if you are a selfish person, you cannot be a yogi. So the one of the qualification of the yogi Shant Prabhu should be, he should be selfless. Selfless. If you are not selfless, you cannot call yourself a yogi. And forget about bhakti yogi. We are not in bhakti yoga section as yet, right? So if you want to call yourself bhakta and you are still having some revengeful attitude, some resentment for others, seeking, uska bhi number kabhi na kabhi aayega. Tables will turn one day, then he will understand. Now is his time, tomorrow, my time will come. No, no, sarva bhutite rata. And again, it will be get clarified in 12th chapter, 13th. Adeshta sarva bhutanam. Matra karun evacha. So this person is adveshta. He does not have dvesha with anyone. Adeshta sarva bhutanam. For all the living entities. He is maitra. He is mitra. He is friend with everyone. Karun. He is compassion for everyone. Matra Karun Evcha. So this is the qualifications of a yogi. So no matter which yogi you want to call yourself, you should have this tendency of Sarva Bhutite Rataha, especially Bhakti Yogi. Then we can call ourselves a devotee. Otherwise, this word devotee is a very, very big word. Okay, it's 9:07. I'll stop here. I thought we'll complete the chapter today, but anyway, there's a few verses left. We'll do next time. If